Hello everybody, this is Toyzaros, and for this new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the Legacy United. This is Armada Universe Wheeljack. So what we'll do in this video, we'll have a detailed look at him in both his modes, help you decide how you want to display him. We're going to see how much, I suppose, this mould has been used since the very first edition to, I suppose, the most up-to-date one before this, and of course even some of the crazier versions that they use this mold for, as well of course as bringing in some other Armada Universe Legacy figures to have a look at how he displays and shapes up against them. Now before we get started, I just want anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now please, because it really will help me out, and also to thank In Demand Toy Stores in the UK, which is where I got this from. Now I've already set him free inside there just to speed things up, but I just want to take again a few seconds to look at the packaging because it's beautiful. We've got the normal, of course, logo there, the very familiar artwork, which funnily enough is going to be changing, of course, very soon as we can move on to Age of the Primes. We can see it's 16 steps to transform him. I'm not going to do the transformation process on here. I am going to upload it separately because this might be your first experience as this particular mold. So as I say, he was tie wrapped in there, and just to speed the video up, I've just set him free again for exactly that reason. And I've knocked his arm off trying to hold him back up on there. I'm going to keep that back in because that just shows you how easy it was to attach it back on. Yes, if you're new to the channel, what I like to do is first impressions, which is what we're doing now. Then we'll do alternate mode. Then we'll do with all the accessories, etc. That's just reminded me. These are still in the back of here. So yes, if this is your first experience with the mold, if this is your first experience of these figures, what they do now is they do in fact keep all the accessories. They just wrap them up in Autobot tissue paper, which that seems to be the only one. Somebody pointed it out and I didn't even notice, to be honest, that they only seem to use Autobot paper even when it's Decepticons. So that's where your accessories are, and again we'll look at them in a second. But first impressions, it's again, I don't know Armada Wheeljack, so I have to be super honest, but I think it looks great. You know, they're onto an absolute winner with this mold anyway. Again, they've used it so many times, it is crazy. The head sculpt is brilliant. It will spin all the way around. It's on a mushroom peg, so it can look up and down as well. That scar down the front is fantastic, and well done to everybody who guessed straight away that that's what we would get as soon as we had the shattered glass side swipe. People knew instantaneously. Shoulders will go right out to the side, swivel all the way around. There's a bicep swivel, sorry, shoulder swivel, which again, it's not going to pop back off, guys. It'll be absolutely fine. Bicep flexion. There is no wrist swivel, but the fists will tuck sort of into there. There is a unrestricted waist swivel. Legs will kick all the way up and all the way out, so you can get the full splits either way, like so. And of course, there's a thigh cut roll and a knee bend and an ankle tilt and rock. So very articulate for a deluxe figure. And again, I'm really liking the look of this color scheme. So that's all there is to do with this particular for this part of the video. Let's come right back and have a look at him in his alternate mode. So we're back and he's in his alternate mode, and once again, as I've already said, this is a beautiful looking alternate mode. It just works really well. You can see the wheels are all on individual pins. They move around no problem whatsoever. The translucent plastic window for me works amazing. I mean, it would be slightly different if you could see everything. I'm one of these people who doesn't have a problem with translucent windows. I actually quite like them. I think it actually really helps with this. You've got the damaged Autobot logo at the front, which is fantastic, but then you've got the Decepticon logo there as well. That is something that can be explained to me, please, because I don't know why that is there. That is due to my lack of Armada knowledge, but the alternate mode is brilliant. Right, where did the accessories go? Here they are, because they are all multifunctional, and that's why I really like this mold, and that's why I like these toys, because, you know, there's no sort of set. Yes, there's some ideas for what you can do with it, what you can do with the accessories, but the good thing is that it's a toy. You can use your imagination. And again, we can have quite a bit of fun with this. So the last time this mold was used, I'm pretty sure was for that shattered glass side swipe, but of course there's no mini con with this. What you can do, oh, there you go. I was going to say, is it on the box? It doesn't seem to be, but it is. It looks, oh no, they're going on the side of the door. See, didn't even know, didn't even check. I should check the instructions, which of course I have got. We'll bring them out in a second, just to have a quick look if there's anything else on there that we've missed. That looks good. We've got the rocket launcher as well, which you can put on the roof like so. And again, it's something simple. I was going to say it's something simple, but for me it's something that's really good. Do I need a bit more force, or am I putting it in the wrong way? I'm probably putting it in the wrong way. What is wrong with me? Why can't I get this in? Let me see if it lines up. Sometimes, you know, sometimes we do get, well, There you go. It's just me. It's me not pushing it in properly at all. There you go. So we've got that like so. I'm going to take them all off again in a second. I'm going to do some size comparisons, etc., and some other figure ideas. So there is, of course, one of your Jazz figures. I'm not sure which one. I think it's the 5-pack, to be honest. He's got his gun the wrong way around. I've got the Stranger Things vehicle there as well. So that's classed as a Voyager class. I've also got a deluxe there. And then I think this is the last Earth mode version of Sideswipe, because that is from the Earthrise. So again, very similar without the little cutout on the door, and of course without the huge scar on the back. Everything else, to be honest, looks pretty much the same. And again, great little mode. With regards to some other figures, just to give you an idea, that is your Earthrise Prime. And then what we've got here is a Generation 1. Now, these aren't supposed to scale together at all. This is, again, just ideas for you, depending on which toy line you collect. That is a huge Studio Series Shockwave, as you can see. Much, much bigger. And then I think last one, let's bring in a Junkion. There you go. So that gives you an idea of the size and scale of it. Let's have a quick look without all the accessories, because to be honest, I don't normally display mine in alternate modes. I'm just checking if you can do this. Yes, you can. Or you can, of course, just put it this way around on the side as well. Now, that means, of course, that with these 5mm ports, you can indeed take weapons from other figures and you can start to put them all together. You've also still got the blast effect, which works brilliantly, which I think is great. Does it work on the end of these as well if you wanted it to? No, it won't hold on to there at all. But again, lots of fun. It works. You can probably put one in the back, actually. Yep, there you go. So you could put it, it's firing from the back and shooting out of the front. So again, as I say, lots of things you can do with this. It is a toy. In fact, let's make it look maybe a little bit better. There you go. So there's the explosion as it's shooting out, and there it is indeed firing out. Not much more to say about this particular mode, though. It is beautiful, but let's get back to see him in robot mode and see what he can do. Okay, then back for the final time with him in his robot mode. Let's have a look at him with his accessories. And the good thing again is with these instructions, everything that I showed you in the other mode is in fact covered here, which is brilliant. So if you do forget, you can see there it's got how to attach all the accessories, and indeed the same when he's in robot mode. But again, there's still multiple choices for you. You can decide how you want to display him, and that's what again I really like about the fact when you get loads of accessories. Now, some people will point out that there's some gaps in the forearms. I give every single figure from every single company a get out of jail card if it's not too detrimental from the front, and to be honest, as you can see, I don't think it's that bad at all. This looks to be all gold with the painted black at the bottom, but again, don't worry, we are way past the days of gold plastic syndrome. In fact, funnily enough, I can still keep that attached just for now. I think I can. Yeah, maybe not. I wonder what's, maybe it is mine. Maybe, oh, perhaps it is just me that needs to force it a little bit more. But I just wanted to show you again that the blast effects will work. Oh, I need to put it that side. Like so, and he'll be able to hold the balance, because there you go, it really does. It's absolutely fine. Again, apologies for my uselessness at posing figures, but that's actually not too bad for me. I don't think so anyway. There we go, there he is with his accessories. But again, you can double these up, you can move them around. You've got the 5mm port on the back, so if we bring in, I'm not sure which one we've got here, this is the Earthrise side swipe. So if you wanted to, again, you can pop that there. You've even got the forearms. So in fact, let's go totally crazy power up. So let's put that on the forearm for him. Where have I just put the other one? There's just so many of these and I'm getting confused as to which ones we've got ready. Let's bring out this, because again, that's a main comparison in a second. What I also wanted to do, there we go, there's the Earthrise one. Again, totally not overused, but surprising amounts. This was dubbed during the WFC, which was the War for Cybertron toy line, as the new Seeker mold, because of course Seekers, once you get a Seeker, you obviously get all of them. So what that means is obviously you get Starscream, Thundercracker, I'm going to take all this off now, I've gone a bit daft, Skywarp, and then indeed of course some of the rest. Whereas with this, of course, normally you get Sideswipe and then you get Red Alert, but we got Tiger Track, we got Deep Cover, we got again numerous versions of all of these. This is one of the other ones with the black front bonnet. That is a Deep Cover. That's the standard version, not the Netflix one. And of course, we got two versions of everything. We've got Netflix versions, Earthrise, and all that sort of stuff. So there he is with Deep Cover. So that's one of them. Again, this is the last use of the mold. It's got the same everything's exactly the same by the looks of this. Even is the face sculpt the same? Yeah, sometimes obviously they change, they just redeco things, but this to me looks to be identical. Let's have a quick look. I know the colors are very different, but I mean is the mold, just in case anybody picks up that. I'm referring to only the mold. And again, what I mean by that is if I bring in side swipe, you'll see that yes, the colors are different, but obviously he's got a different head sculpt as well, and of course the bonnet is a different shape. Right, let's move him out of the way. Let's bring in a couple of others again, just because he's there. There is Jazz, just to give you an idea. Then let's bring in, I suppose, some of the ones that you actually want to see. Some of the Armada toy line. Again, I'm loving learning about Armada and some of the figures. That's the Takara Super Starscream, even though of course I think I've been told he is just, you know, normal, what's the word I'm after, normal Thundercracker in some cases. But again, let me know if I'm wrong, because that's the only way I'm going to learn. Let's move them out of the way. Let's do some Optimus Prime. So that is a Siege version. That is the Earthrise, but again, that's a Takara version. This needs lifting up. And they do go really well, but of course, nowhere near as big as this guy. So it's interesting, you got a choice of which one you wanted to use on them. With regards to some G1 figures, just to give you some idea of height and size, that is an Optimus Prime cab, but again redecoed slightly differently. And funnily enough, that's not the normal Bumblebee, it's a missing link. The reason why I do this, guys, is again just in case you do collect different toy lines and you want an idea of his size. They are in no way supposed to scale with each other. Let's just bring in a few other random figures just to give you again an idea of height. So that's pretty much all official figures. If you collect third party, that's an Iron Bison from Iron Factory, and I can't see where I've put the rest. They've all hidden, but yeah, they've hidden. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to spend too much time spending too many showing too many other third-party figures. That's a Blockies Megatron though, and Blockies are of course official. Right, really is nothing else to say about this guy. I think he's great. And yes, it's another use of the mold. I will be doing a complete showdown of all of them again in my little mold mates shorts that I like to do. But there you go. It is just a redeco, but it's a nice looking one. And in fact, it's one of my favorite versions of or uses of this mold with this particular color scheme. Let me know what your favorite is, guys. There you go. This is Armada Universe Wheeljack from the Legacy United toy line. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.